Hello Keesler, I'm Colonel Blackwell. We're coming to you on week 13 of Keesler's response to COVID. For this week, I am very proud to introduce our new Command Chief, Chief Esparza. Chief, welcome to Keesler.
Thank you, ma'am. So thank you to everybody in Keesler for the warm welcome that my family and I received coming in from New Mexico. We've just spent our 14 days of restriction of movement, and we're ready to get to work for Keesler Airmen and their families.
So Chief has been listening in to all of our crisis action team meetings for the past 2 weeks, so she's very familiar with what we were trying to do in response to COVID. As you know, last week, 3 June, was an important date for us to go into stage 2. We did meet all of the thresholds that we outlined for you last week that included both the Secretary of Defense and the White House's thresholds for going into the next stage. So in today's video, Chief and I are going to walk you through some of the components that were in that stage.
As Colonel Blackwell mentioned, I had the opportunity to listen in through Telcon to the CAP meetings when I was on my 14 days restriction. And one of the things that I appreciated the most from the team out here at Keesler Air Force Base was that there was a method, and based off of research and data, the base was able to downgrade to health protection condition Bravo. So that really sends the message that we're being responsible and ready to open some things up for our airmen. For one of the things that was lifted was the work to home to work. So now you can stop some places if you need. You don't have to just go back and forth to those 2 locations. We've also expanded the local leave area, so hopefully some of you are able to get out and go past the 40-mile limit and maybe see something new. The Blake Fitness Center has reopened by appointment only, so for those of you who've been waiting for that, get on FSS's webpage or Facebook page and see that the appointment program is out there. The amenities in the Triangle have been opened up to our students, many amenities to them, so give them some opportunity for entertainment and just to get out of their rooms a little bit. Lighthouse has been reopened for a permanent party, and also the Child Development Center and the Youth Center have been reopened with precautions to keep our families safe.
So Chief just covered the majority of things that were opened up for stage 2. I wanted to add 2 more. One that's near and dear to my heart, which is the numbers finally supported our ability to reopen the BX commissary to all eligible participants, to include our retirees, our veterans who are eligible, active duty, guard, reserve, and spouses. And that is going to be open to everybody Monday through Saturday. The only restriction that we have in place right now is Sunday from 9 to 1, where we are still reserving that time for our Airmen in the Triangle, which is just for that population. And the other thing that's open is also the Sablich Center. So the Military Housing Office, our TMO, Finance, and Education Center, those are all going to be open now by appointment only, so you can go out to the webpage, find the phone number, and make an appointment to go get those services. Before I close, I did want to answer a few of the questions that are out there that you guys continue to provide on our QR code. So thank you for submitting those questions on the QR code. One of the questions that we got last week and some more this week is on separate rations for our Airmen in the Triangle, or SEPRATs. So that program is back open, back in place. So if you were on SEPRATs previously, you will be reinstated in there. If you want to apply for it, then please go see your MTL, your military training leader. The Airmen in the Triangle also asked when are they going to get additional freedoms, be able to go off base, etc. So we talked to Colonel Garay and Chief Buckley this morning. They are definitely looking at increasing the ability for our Airmen in the Triangle to go off base in stage 3, which is going to begin the first part of July. And lastly, still a lot of questions on Meadows Gate. I know that there's been some congestion on a 90 because of the construction that's there. And of course, we're bringing more people back as we open up more things on Keesler. So there's more traffic coming in on base. So starting tomorrow, Tuesday, Meadows Gate will be open from 5:30 to 8:30 in the morning. We're trying to get that rush hour, and it's going to be for inbound traffic only. We are not yet opening Meadows Gate for outbound traffic because remember, Meadows Gate is still the only entry and exit point for the BX and commissary, and because there's still a lot of traffic, or I'm sorry, a lot of construction on Larcher, Larcher Avenue is not open. So with a drive-through pharmacy in place, we're going to keep the outbound traffic not going out of Meadows Gate because it's going to cause too much traffic confusion there. But inbound traffic will be open, and hopefully that will ease some congestion coming onto the base. So as you can see, we've opened up quite a bit in stage 2. I think we're ready for it. I am a little bit concerned. There is some risk there. So we want everybody to still understand that COVID is still a risk.
Yes, ma'am. And just as a reminder, we ask that you follow the CDC guidelines when it comes to proper distancing and wearing masks, and especially in public areas, to include the shopette, the base exchange, and the commissary. We just want you to take care of yourselves and take care of others. Thank you.
As the chief said, please take care of each other. Please stay safe. We will monitor the COVID numbers for Keesler and for Mississippi, and we'll come to you next week with another update. We'll see you next week.